Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to the Joy Channel podcast, a podcast where we cultivate more love and joy through our lives through self development and shifting perspectives, because we are the channels through which joy flows. We move closer to the microphone. Okay, so today we're going to talk about jealousy. I was having a conversation earlier with someone who was asking, what do you do when you feel jealous, right? So, jealousy is informing you of something. It's telling you that you're witnessing someone have something that you want, which is good information, right? Good information because now you know, okay, I want that, or I want some aspect of that. And what's being triggered is telling you that you're feeling that you currently do not have it. So if this is happening in relationship, what's going to happen is a couple things. Number one, taking care of your own emotional state first, right? Do your self soothing, cultivate your emotional security. And then also address, is there space in your connection where you desire reassurance, where you desire more communication? And find a way to ask for that. Now, a lot of times there's a conditioning pattern of people will think that they're saying what they want, but they're actually putting blame on someone else, right? So instead of saying, like, I desire to feel closer to you, they're saying, you never do this thing for me, right? And so then that person who's receiving that is thinking that they're doing something wrong. Make it about you. Make it about how you're feeling. I desire to feel closeness. I desire more communication. I desire to know how you feel about me, etc. Whatever it is that you're desiring, you get to express it. And give yourself the opportunity to practice in your head perceiving of the person reacting the way you desire them to. Because the thing is, if you're not communicating that, it's likely you have a little ghosty in your head that is showing you the opposite of what you actually desire. And that is what part of why you're upset. So visualize it, show it going well, show it going well. And what's going to happen is you're going to see it going well in your head. And then you can relax into it and release attachment, because you will get to a point, if you rehearse it, where you're actually not going to care. You're going to recognize, like, you know what? I don't even need this. I'm good. I will cultivate something else. You get to be the stability. If you're unstable in your relationship with yourself, you're not going to have a stable relationship with someone. You can do your best, right? And that's the thing too, is like, you don't have to be perfect to be in connection with someone. You just have to have a willingness to grow and develop. So, what are your patterns that you don't like about you? Do you snap at people? Are you standoffish? Do you notice that when you get scared, you hide? Make a list of some of these things. And then instead of judging yourself, recognize what their survival adaptations from, right? So if you avoid conflict, it's because conflict was incredibly painful for you. Maybe you were told that everything was your fault. So of course you feel defensive around it. It's not pleasant to be told that everything's your fault. When we detach from the idea that something has to be someone's fault and simply recognize that that is the way the programming ran, we are free from it. So recognize that people's programming, your societal conditioning, social conditioning, familial conditioning. If you're a boy and you were taught to be stoic and not express emotions, if you're a girl and you were taught to be nice and kind, and that is now causing detriment to you, you, as the adult in your life, get to reparent you and actually choose what you want, not in the form of a societal expectation. You do not have to show up the way people have been conditioned to believe that they have to. If it's causing stress in your life, it is not a viable pathway. Stress can be good, right? We like stress in the form of muscle building, pressure, stress in the form of, a canal showing the water where to go. So, in that sense, having those boundaries is really good. However, what is not workable for you? And you're going to notice because you will have the same patterns coming up in relationships all around you with your brother, sister, father, mother, boyfriend, girlfriend, parakeet. How you speak to people reflects how you speak internally, how you disappear or avoid yourself or ghost yourself is reflective of how you're emotionally abandoning. Perhaps because you were taught that those emotions you're feeling are wrong and bad. So when you start feeling them, you're like, I can't feel this. And then you shut down. So in deconstructing jealousy, in deconstructing reactive patterns, the goal here is just small improvements, noticing and coming up with a strategy to resolve it. If you want to respond differently, you get to practice it. You get to choose what is a different way I could respond. Okay, I notice when fear comes up in my body and then I shut down and don't talk. Okay, well, then what can I do before that? Okay, next time, observe. Okay, this is how the fear feels in my body. I start feeling it in my gut and it feels like twisty. When I start feeling that, what is actually in alignment for me to do? Take myself away from the situation in that moment and choose what I actually desire. You don't have to resolve something with someone right away. You can take space. You can take your space and resolve it internally first to the level of your ability. If you're not getting farther, though, in your patterning, connection, healthy connection, community is going to take you forward. Not hanging out with people who don't have the level of awareness, people who talk shit about other people and say, oh, that person's just that way, or um, casting judgments, etc. You're not going to learn to communicate differently using the same tools. So connect with people, go on YouTube. Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg is great. Um, internal family systems is great as a modality. No bad parts, also great. Learning to be present with your younger selves and recognizing, like, oh, this pattern is from when I was 17. Okay, what happened when I was 17? Oh, and how did I feel? And what did I decide was true about me in that situation? And is it ultimately true? No, it's not. Okay, great. So then changing that pattern becomes easier because we're able to recognize it's just software. It's just the lines of code that have been ingrained in your system and they can be changed easily. Your brain starts remodeling instantly when you start changing your programs. Within 30 seconds, your brain is already like, they showed there was this study where when they taped people's, so you have a ridge on your brain for every finger. When they taped two fingers together within 28 minutes, people's brains were like remodeling and becoming one ridge because it was operating as one digit. So it happens really quickly. Let go of any story that's saying it's going to take a ton of time. It's going to take the time it takes. It's going to take the practice it takes. And that practice is simply you choosing again and again to do those patterns. So give grace for yourself. Recognize when your patterns are coming up. Meditate. And by that, I mean create space in your day where you're not thinking about anything. You practice not thinking. You practice clearing your mind. Whenever people say, oh, I can't clear my mind, it's too busy, it's like, that's the point. That is the point. So instead, what I like to say is focus on the silence between thoughts. I have a bunch of meditations on this channel. Look up the movie screen meditation or the ocean breath meditation. I might be able to link them below. I'll put the episode numbers for sure. And give yourself grace. Just do 5 minutes a day. You can stare at a candle flame and just focus on the candle flame. But what you do when you're singularly focusing on one thing is you're allowing your mind to clear and you're allowing yourself to create space in those old patterns so that you can become aware of the pattern and choose a new one. Did I finish talking about jealousy? What was the last thing I said about jealousy? Let's see. Right. So then with jealousy, if you have jealousy come up, when I have jealousy come up, what I recognize is, oh, there's something here for me. There's something here for me to shift, to learn, to grow with. I'm feeling a fear come up of not being loved. I'm feeling a fear of whatever it is. What do I need to do within myself to stabilize, to give myself that love that I'm craving? And if there's a conversation that I get to have it up here first. Show yourself it going well. Show yourself that you're safe to receive whatever it is that you desire. And then have the conversation. All is well. And it's a practice. So that's all I have for you guys today. A little shorty for you. We will have some more interviews coming. And yeah, also check out the Create Your Reality course. You'll learn lots of tools about shifting your reality and showing up as your favorite version of you. So have an absolutely beautiful week. Bye now.